Well, hi there, it's Andrew Bell with you once again. Now, you may have read in any one of a multitude of media outlets or watched on TV a market update that myself and Nerida Conisbee, Chief Economist for the Ray White Group, and the most quoted economist in the media, where we presented to the media a week or so ago. There was a great deal of information provided to them, but what seemed to capture the media's eye is the Gold Coast average price of $1,170,000, which is now registered as the second most expensive city in Australia. And with the city's growth track to equal that of Sydney, which is currently sitting at $1.7 million as their average price, research suggests that the Gold Coast could reach this figure by 2027. It's not far away. Over the last 12 months, house prices on the Gold Coast have increased by 9% compared to the national average of just 8.5%. Of course, most people would know that the pandemic triggered so much of that migration to the Gold Coast over the past 4 years. And it was demonstrated by the 19,170 new arrivals to the Gold Coast up to the 30th June 23. Now, with the same growth trajectory over the past 12 months, this means we're now a population of over 700,000 and well on our way to 1 million people by 2037. And that's not far away. Much has drawn people to the Gold Coast, and it used to be that we were cheap, that we were great value. Now, what surpassed that is the understanding that the Gold Coast is actually a fabulous city to live in, which is why it is often named as one of the top cities of the world. Now, increasingly, post-pandemic, people are really studying their lifestyles. And they're choosing not only to live in better homes, but also to live in locations where they can enjoy their life on a daily basis. And the Gold Coast certainly ticks the box for that for so many people. Two other factors have driven prices higher. Firstly, a migration of wealth from southern states. People who have substantial properties in cities like Sydney and Melbourne have sold up with plenty of cash to put into great homes and great locations right across the Gold Coast, expanding our lifestyle property choices from Coolangatta right in the south, all the way to Calypso Bay in the north and out to Mount Tamborine. Now, the cons, of course, is the continued problem of insufficient properties being built to meet the demand. And that's likely to stay with us for a long time to come. With so many builders having gone into liquidation, leaves only a small number in the industry. And the builders who are still in business are finding it difficult to compete with governments. And they're doing a mighty lot of building. And so what's tending to happen, both Lake and Stoke governments are taking all of the labourers because the contractors and subcontractors feel much safer working for governments as opposed to private enterprise where so often they're going into liquidation. While a lot of the focus was at the top end of the market, where we reported 56 properties that traded for more than $5 million over the last 12 months here on the coast, it naturally has a trickle-down effect and sees price rises across the board. But a word of caution, median prices are often very deceptive. If there happens to be a lot of sales at the top end and not many at the lower end, the median price reflects a higher amount. And vice versa, if there's a lot of sales at the lower end and not many at the top, it'll pull down the median price. But it's what the media likes to report on, as it is a means to an end to tracking averages, so we go along with it. I will be having more regular interviews with our chief economists in future editions, so I look forward to reporting those to you with all of the latest research as we continue our onward journey into 2025 and beyond. A very early start to spring here on the Gold Coast. It's almost like summer conditions. It's almost like we bypassed spring and straight into summer. But it's also brought people out in great numbers. Good to see the excellent attendances at open houses. Now, whilst buyers are back in numbers, we're really starting to see some resistance to paying significantly higher prices. And buyers being very selective about the properties that they're choosing to buy. And they'll almost bypass some properties and not buy them all rather than buy what they don't want. So it'll be interesting to see how things unfold over the next few months. And my last point, I want to invite you personally to our Ray White Surfers Paradise Muscular Dystrophy Ball. This ball that's now been in for over 30 years. It's the longest running ball on the Gold Coast, raised well over $4 million to fight this dreaded disease that affects young children from almost birth to a stage where sadly their life is taken from them somewhere in their late 20s. It's a dreaded disease, and this is just a wonderful way to be able to support this group of children. Come along, you'll have an amazing night. It really is so much fun. It has a reputation as being the fun ball, and we're very proud of that. There's almost no formalities. It's all entertainment throughout the night. Star Casino, it's on the 19th of October, so we've got about 6 weeks away. Take a table, join the table if you like, reach out to our team. You'll see our ball coordinators on screen, their details now, and we'd be absolutely thrilled to have you there. There's no better way to support young children than attending this ball, and have a lot of fun with it. Look forward to seeing you on that date, and I'll be back with you in a fortnight's time.